And then and then, but then, God, can you shut up for a second? You talk way too much. Sorry. And then there was that, and then sorry, I know I talk too much, and it's my favorite sound in the whole world. Healthy relationships can heal past trauma and rewire how we relate to other people. Which is literally just true. I mean, this doesn't just go for romantic relationships, because we all know toxic friendships are just as real. Like, the way your parents treated you, or the way your friends or teachers or literally anybody ever treated you, especially like as a child growing up, will affect how you relate to people later in life. But that doesn't mean that healthy relationships can't help you recover from that, really, and learn how to relate to people in a positive way again, you know, and like maybe learn to trust people, maybe for the first time ever, you know. So yeah, I get that sometimes people are stressed, but that doesn't really make it okay to yell at your children or tell them to just shut up, because, well, they're children. They're gonna be excited about a lot of things, you know. Hello, BabyQueers, and welcome back to my channel. After the absolutely amazing people we've met in the last couple of videos, I felt like it was time for some wholesome people to actually remind us that, okay, straight people actually exist, you know? So that's what we're doing today. So we don't have an emotional support plant. I just wanted to show it off because I think it's really cute. It's a coffee plant. It's tiny. And a cute little picture, because why not? Really, really just that. But anyways, you know the deal. Before we continue with the memes and comics, y'all gotta get hydrated. So grab some water, or some tea, or whatever else you like to drink, and then we'll continue. Are you hydrated? Good. Let's go. Okay, a woman after the shower, wrapped in a towel, going to get clothes. Yeah, you've seen me like this thousands of times. I've seen the sunset thousands of times too. Yeah, literally, like, just sexualizing your partner and only ever pointing out what you think is sexy about them? No. Finding your partner sexy, but showing your appreciation for other, like, aspects of this person? Absolutely, yes. Like, of course, you can find your partner sexy and appreciate what they look like after a shower, you know? No one's saying that. But just comparing your wife to a sunset just seems very wholesome. Like, a lot of people think sunsets or sunrises are super beautiful. And just be like, well, yeah, it doesn't matter how many times I see you or a sunset, I'm always just gonna admire the beauty in it. And that's just... it's just wholesome and cute. Which is literally the entire point of this video, so... I think it's going well.
What's your name?
My name's Tim.
Tim, are you gay?
Not gay. Straight.
You're straight?
Yes.
Okay, what are you doing at Pride?
I have a wife and child. You know what? We're just here from Australia. It's our second day here, second day in America, and we just stumbled across it, and I'm just here for the vibes. That's it. We love it. We absolutely love it.
Do you think the gays can throw a good party?
Fucking oath. 100%. No one does it better, really.
How do you feel like if a gay guy is hitting on you?
Oh, I love this. I feel like so say I'm walking down the street, and a gay guy's like looking at me like, that's as good as a girl looking at me. That counts. Like, that's as good for my ego as like a hot chick looking at me. You know what I mean?
No, facts,
Not that I'm here for that, but that's just how you gotta take it, you know?
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's me.
Appreciate it.
That's literally just true. Like, you can appreciate someone finding you attractive and hitting on you without wanting it to go anywhere, you know? Like, I mean, if you're married, you're monogamous and you're married, you're not gonna want to engage in that kind of behavior with someone else anyways, but that doesn't mean you don't appreciate it as a compliment, you know? As long as they're being respectful about it, obviously. But, you know, like, of course it's kind of good for your ego if someone finds you attractive. You know, so I'm very here for Tim. He was just on vacation, enjoying a nice little stroll, came across a pride parade and was like, you know what? Yeah, y'all seem like you're having fun. I want to join in this. And it's really sweet and wholesome. And we loved him. And I know Tim's probably going to raise his baby to be a good person too. And I feel like we need more parents to do that.
Celebrating Father's Day by posting something like this is so stupid. Father's Day is a day meant to celebrate all the men that stepped into the fathering role, which includes gay men, which includes adoptive parents. You know who it doesn't include? The men that had sex with a woman and then never met their kid. And even though that loser is the one that fathered the kid by not being queer, he is not celebrated on Father's Day because congrats, he's not worthy of being a father. So while you're posting this on your Instagram to get some likes on Father's Day, just know the vast majority of people are looking at you like you're a lunatic. You need to get off of Twitter. You need to stop watching libs of TikTok videos. You need to go out there and live life, because posting this on a day meant to celebrate all the men stepping into a fathering position is insanity.
Literally, this doesn't prove you're a good father or a good person or anyone. Like, queer men are able to have children. Queer men are even biologically able to have children. Like, I met a gay man who was literally married to well, actually, I think by that point that I met him, he was divorced again, but he got married to this woman. She knew he was gay. They had 2 sons together and then divorced, or kind of like raised the kids and then got divorced when the children were grown up or something. Like, people do that. He was a queer, like you want to call it, and still a father. And even if you as a gay couple just adopt kids, you're still parents. You can still be a father. You can probably be a better father than, because like, these people accidentally knock someone up, then get married because they feel obligated to, but they hate their life and hate their wife and just constantly hate on their partner, and it's just a super unhealthy situation all around. But then they still want to turn around, well, at least I'm not queer. We gave birth to you, like, bro. I don't care if you fathered a child, I don't care if you gave birth to a child. If you're a good parent, you're a good parent, but having a child biologically is not the only way to do that, and it's not even like a guarantee that you're gonna be good parents. So, sit down. Sit down. If you're a good parent, you don't feel the need to be like, no, but I'm such a good father. I'm such a good father because I got someone pregnant. That's so weird. That's just strange. Earlier this year, I asked my best friend to marry me, but I hate this stupid freaking hat so much. When I realized she wasn't taking it off at all for any pics, I just broke down and just asked her anyways. I'm planning to frame a giant picture of this in our new home, but I think it would be hilarious if I also had her hat on, since I was complaining about it all day. Happy to tip the best one of myself and her with the hat on. Also willing to tip some hilarious ones with multiple hats around. Do your thing. This is sweet. It's like, listen, I love my wife. I love this woman, that's why I proposed to her. I hate this hat though. But I have a sense of humor. I want this proposal picture in our house, because I want people who come into our house, and I want us to be reminded of this beautiful moment we had together. And instead of being like, hey, listen, can someone Photoshop this ugly hat out of this picture? You're like, well, listen, my wife loves this hat, so let's just have fun with it. And I think that's probably healthier, to just be like, listen, my wife loves this hat and I love my wife, so I think it would just be funny if we were both wearing it. And I think that's fair, and it's beautiful.
So this guy's getting a lot of hate online, and honestly, I really don't understand it. Because if I had a son who wanted to wear a skirt, these are the 3 questions I would ask myself. Is he happy? Is he safe? And is he a good person? And if the answer to those 3 questions is a yes, then why should I really care? Because I would rather have a gay, liberal, vegan son who is against the Second Amendment and everything that I stand for, who is a good person, than a child who believes in all the same stuff as me, but is a really shitty, rude person. What he's doing affects nobody but him, and so I don't get why people have such a big issue with it. Also, if you cannot accept your child for being trans, gay, wearing a skirt, whatever, then you should not have kids. They are supposed to be their own person and have their own identity.
Literally this, like, I'm not a parent, but that's literally the whole point. Like, how much you disagreed with your own parents growing up and how much you wanted to be your own person and not just do everything your parents say, because as humans, we're just kind of, well, we want to be our own person and we want to automatically rebel against things our parents say as a teenager specifically, right? Like, you know that. But then you turn around and be like, no, but my child is going to be different. My child is going to do exactly what I want. It is going to be exactly like me. How do you... They might, but you can't really just go into this whole thing of having children of, oh no, they're going to be exactly what I want them to be. That's not how this works. And I think you know that, but you ignore it. And just hope they're going to be exactly like you. Not this man. Like, a lot of parents seem to think that. Maybe not exactly like them, but like being what the parent wants them to be. And this dude is like, listen, I'm not concerned if they're a good person. Like, obviously wanting to keep your child like safe and happy, sure, right? But just being like, listen, I'm more concerned about him being a good person. Like, I have more important stuff to worry about. Just seems really fair. It seems really fair. It's like the same one. We had this video of this woman who was called out for her son having a backpack that's gonna turn him gay. And she was, listen, that's not how this works, first of all. And even if it was how it would work, if he's happy, then why do I care? You know, like, I'm more concerned that he's gonna become a shitty person and do like illegal things to other people versus him being gay. Like, I really don't care about that. And I feel like that's kind of the energy that I appreciate. Old woman at Walmart. For reference, my fiance is Chinese and comes from a very traditional family, even practicing Chinese folk religion. He has a few things on his tiny backpack in Chinese, and this woman noticed and started talking to him. Later he told me what the conversation was about, because I don't speak Chinese. The woman had first asked him about translating things because her English was bad, but she noticed his ring and asked if it was arranged and if it was passed down or if his parents were involved. He answered to her that no, it wasn't arranged by his parents and that his fiancé, me, had his deceased father's ring. In saying that I had his father's ring, it implied that I am male, which I am. She seemed disappointed and asked him if his mother was involved at least. He laughed and told her that his mother approved of his soon-to-be husband. This is the point where he gestures to me and she hugs my neck and in very butchered English says, "You two will be great husbands and fathers." We did not have the heart to tell her we'd never intend on getting kids. Yeah, that's the kind of thing. Like, a lot of people will just assume that you're straight. And we can argue that that's wrong all day, because it is like, you never know, another person's, of course, going around just assuming they're a certain thing is kind of weird, but a lot of people are still going to assume you're straight. But this kind of reaction of just immediately being like, oh, you're not, okay, I know, I was wrong about that, that's cool, but you look great together, like, I'm sure you'll do fine and, like, be a great family. And that's literally how easy I feel like it should be, right? Like, because we as humans, we all go around making assumptions all day, every day about, like, a lot of things, right? But if someone proves you wrong about anything, it's just like, no, that's actually not me, I'm more like this thing, or, oh, I don't actually like that thing, I like this thing, you know? To then just be like, oh, okay, cool, and just accept it and move on. I feel like it should be that easy, and for her it was. So I don't want to hear none of this, oh, but different generation, because yeah, sure. Sure. That doesn't mean you can't learn new things and better yourself, or, like, even back in those days, people knew it was wrong. You know, a lot of them anyways. So, you know, I feel like it could really be this easy for anyone. My ex used to tell me, you look ugly with makeup, or I like you better without makeup. While earlier today, I was on FaceTime with my boyfriend, and he said, oh, I like your eyeshadow, it looks badass. Is it sunset or what's up? Bro, my heart. Yeah, literally. Like, why? There's like a really distinct difference between like, hey, I think you're really pretty without makeup on, or I like how you naturally look, I think you're really pretty. It's obviously very different than being like, no, but you just look ugly with makeup. Like, why would you do that to yourself? Because guess what? People don't necessarily put on makeup for other people. Like, some people might, sure. Like, you will always find someone who does things for other people constantly. But most people put it on because it makes them feel confident about themselves, or they just like kind of experimenting with it to, you know, kind of like look a little bit different and just use it as a creative expression, or just because it makes them feel more confident about themselves, or because they just like to match their outfits with their eyeshadow, whatever. So just being like, ooh, that's a really pretty color and I think you did it really well, or I think that looks really pretty too, is literally just, it's not that hard. And I don't know why people are together with people if they don't appreciate each other. Like, that's so confusing. How do these people have the energy for it? To be with someone they actually don't really like, apparently. Why would you do this? I called my brother a wife guy, and he was like, what's that? So I told him it's a man who's obsessed with his wife. And that was a pause as he went through all 5 stages of griefs in about 20 seconds, and then said, well, what do other people do? But I was so caught up in the euphoria of having a wife that for like a minute I lived in a world where men who hate their wives didn't exist. That is kind of the world I want to live in. Because again, I do not understand it, being with someone if you don't like them. Like, let's face it, most people aren't in arranged marriages nowadays. Especially in Western countries. But these are the people that complain most about being married and having a wife and that the wife sucks, and I just, who forced you to get married? No one did. So I understand this guy. Like, this is why I keep saying lesbians do it better, because they don't act like someone forced them to be together, and they don't act like they are like torturing themselves with having to spend time with their partner or having to like their partner. Like, you know, but that doesn't mean you can't do the same thing as a straight person. And this guy's doing it, and I think he's a lot happier than these people who constantly go around joking about hating their wife, you know? This is still so funny to me. He looks like those people that would joke about hating their wife, you know? But he's just wholesome. He's like, he looks like he's a grumpy person, but as soon as he sees his wife, he just lights up, and I think it's beautiful. And I feel like this should be the norm, and I shouldn't be this excited about seeing it, because it should be the norm, but it isn't, so, you know, that's why I'm excited about it. It's really cute. I mean, it's also really cute when people have this reaction to, like, seeing their friends or puppies, you know, but still, it's wholesome either way. Recovering bigot, I'm sorry. Free hugs. Yeah, honestly, like, again, even if you were raised a certain way, if all your life you heard, no, being queer is wrong, and being different is wrong, and you have to believe this, doesn't mean you can't grow up and form your own, like, your own ideas, and maybe recognize that your parents are wrong, or that your church was wrong, because I know a lot of people have, like, religious trauma because of that, you know, so I feel like to just keep saying what your parents told you is kind of a weird approach to life. Like, yeah, maybe your parents were right about a lot of things, but that doesn't mean they can't also be wrong, and if they taught you that hating other people is the norm, then I guess they're just wrong. You know, and to then be this open about it, just like, no, listen, I used to be hateful, and I'm really sorry about that, but I'm here to support you now, is beautiful to see.
I put a wig on him. Come here. But why you...
Bitch,
look at the scalp.
don't play with me. Into it. Here done by cereal.
I'm dead. Why is it so cute? And this is the affordable collection. This is a whole ass affordable wig. Turn around. Look at that shit. Hey. You the baddest bitch. You the baddest bitch. Dad. Oh my god, you're the baddest bitch. Like, you're literally the baddest bitch. Like, I don't know a bitch better. All you needed was some hair. Like, all you needed was some... to believe in hair.
Oh, baby.
Tell these hoes to believe in
Let me sing
hair.
that song. If y'all don't believe in it,
Bitch. Believe it, bitch.
believe it.
Come on, believe in hair. Come on, believe in hair.
Listen, no one's saying you have to like cross-dressing or you have to love wearing wigs or want to wear wigs, or I'm getting Danny Radcliffe interview flashbacks right now, but like, no one's saying you have to, as a man, love wearing wigs or love wearing makeup or nail polish. But it also doesn't mean you need to hate on people who do. And this man is feeling himself, okay? He's having fun with his wife. He's feeling himself and he's having a good time, and to then want to hate on that seems weird, you know, because listen, he looks fabulous. He just looks good and happy, and maybe he just looks so good because he's so happy and having fun with it, you know, because that honestly does a lot. But it's just fun to see, honestly. Man of Reddit, what would you do if you found out your homie is gay? I would stop making jokes about him not having a girlfriend and start making jokes about him not having a boyfriend. Which is a fair reaction, like teasing your homies and teasing your friends, kind of slightly poking fun at each other. It's fine, like as long as you know the difference between that and just really crossing the line, you know, because like someone might be really sensitive about something, but like this is kind of a fair reaction to be like, well, listen, obviously I can't keep saying, when are you gonna get a girlfriend, huh? You're still single, you still haven't found a girlfriend, right? That doesn't mean you can't just be like, haven't found a boyfriend then, huh? Wow, you really have no luck with guys either, huh? Seems fair, and I think he would actually kind of appreciate this reaction of you not actually changing how you act towards him, just like changing a few words because it's more accurate this way. Is entirely fair, and I think he would really appreciate it. Mutual respect. Okay, a wedding picture. She's dreaming about serving him food, and he's dreaming about serving her food. Okay. Then they get home, and both serve dinner. I see this as... I don't see how this is an issue. Like, if you have too much food that it would actually, like, go rotten, maybe treat your neighbors or invite some friends, you know. But this is... like, there are worse problems to have, because this isn't even really, like, a problem. It's just kind of a funny misunderstanding, but hey, at least you have enough food. You know, so there's that. And you can just like pick the favorite things or just immediately invite people to dinner because like, well, there's no way we're gonna eat all of this. Let's just invite some people, right? Like there are really just worse situations to be in.
We're thriving because of you. Like, I'm able to get a new phone because of you. I'm able to go get my eyes tested and get new glasses for because of you. I'm able to have somebody come in here and clean because of you. I'm able to make a meal for not just our family, but Crystal and Brad because of you. Like, you're not just keeping us afloat, you're driving us. And I appreciate you so much. Like, the way you lavish your love on us is insane. Like, you take such good care of us. You are such an incredible provider. And I don't just mean financially. Like, you're an incredible provider for our family. Like, I had expectations of what you were going to be like, and you have far surpassed it. Like, I am overwhelmed with what a great provider you are for our family. I am so blessed, and I am so grateful that you're my husband. I just want you to know that. Okay? Good. I just love you so much.
And again, just wholesome. Just wholesome. Like, do they think their life is exactly what they pictured it would be? Probably not, because life kind of has a way of never being exactly what you wanted it to be. But that doesn't mean you're not there for each other, and that doesn't mean you can't be supportive of your partner. And I feel like if you know someone, you kind of like know exactly when they probably need it the most. Like, that doesn't mean you can't show appreciation and like kind of share words of gratitude maybe, and just be like, hey, thank you for doing this for us, you know, this is so helpful to us as a family, or whatever. Like, every day, any random given day, you know, because I think it's like healthy to kind of show that you're there for each other and appreciate each other like on a regular basis anyways. But sometimes you just need it a little bit more than on other days, you know, and to then step up and just show it or like express it kind of more extensively than just a simple thank you is honestly probably really helpful to someone's mental state. So why wouldn't you, you know? Anyways, as much as I love seeing wholesome people, you know, who appreciate their partners or who are just like supportive of other people, I feel like we might be here all night if we don't put an end to it at some point. So I think I'm gonna leave it here. I hope you enjoyed this wholesome break. I'm gonna try to not dive straight back into really, really weird people, you know. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you hydrated. If not, maybe go drink something now. And I'll be back in a few days with my next video.